Alright guys, this is the final video on the STX-30. It's a fun tractor. I love it. I absolutely love this tractor. Let me just tell you what we did to it. The left front tire, that needed a tube, so there's a tube in that. The right rear tire needed a tube, so there's a tube in that. For some reason, this was missing this ring here, this shim, if you will, machine shim, so the hubcap wouldn't fit on, so we had it just laying there. So I bought a machine shim, put it in there behind the retaining ring, and now the cap fits on nice and snug. And that ain't falling off. All right. On the ignition, it had the venerable Kohler command with the bad solenoid, so I put a remote solenoid on it. And that works perfect. Harold did a video on it, a bunch of people. You put a remote Ford type solenoid on it and the thing cranks over every time. So I put the remote solenoid on it. Basically, you hook up your original battery cable, take it off that solenoid, put it on this one. Then you connect the other end of the solenoid to the starter, and you connect the starter positive lead back to the old solenoid. Works great. Everything works perfect. What else did I do? There was a bad hood mount. I fixed that. Oil change, plug, oil filter. Gas tank was disgusting. We took it apart, took it off. We replaced the fuel lines. We put a new Kohler fuel filter in. That's the filter that this engine's called out. New fuel shutoff. We got a brand new carburetor on there, Chinese carburetor. Now remember, this is a CV1259, which means 9 horsepower. This carburetor is made for 15 horsepower. It doesn't have the throttle limiting like the original one, but it still seems to have a little less horsepower, or maybe the valves are different on this thing, but I tell you, it runs perfect. It really runs perfect. What else did we do? We ended up putting in a new battery. So we got a new battery in there. We redid the brakes. I had another video on the brakes. The pads were worn, but the guy who played with it before me also put the pads in without having the metal shim in front of the push rods. So those two push rods cracked the other pad, therefore you had no brakes, and that was fun. So I did that, that's done. There's a new blade. This thing comes, it's a 30-inch mower, so it has a 30-inch mulching blade. So there's the old blade. I just sharpened it for him, so he'll have that as a spare. It's got the mulching kit in it with the baffles and all that. The front end is greased. The two spindles are greased. Underneath, the actual pivot is greased. So basically, this thing is ready to go. And I tell you, I love this tractor. It is such fun. It really is. It is just so much fun, this tractor. It cuts beautiful. It is just, I recommend, if you can get one of these little STX-30s, I'm telling you, what a fun tractor. Let's see, let's start this sucker up. Hold on. She runs beautiful. She runs beautiful, she cuts beautiful. Just the parts to do everything I did on this tractor, because there was a lot of parts, about $287. So if you look at the hours I spent, I'm gonna probably charge the guy, he's a friend of mine, charge him for labor, it won't be that much, but I tell you, for $287 in parts, you got a beautiful tractor now that cuts beautiful. You have a brand new tire in the back, you got a tube on the front, the rest is great, a new blade, new tune-up, oil change, everything. I mean, it is just a fun tractor. Anyone who wants one of these, I do recommend it. I know the STX-38 is a little better because it's more powerful. It's got the two blades, and I do have an STX-38. But I tell you, for a small lawn, quarter acre, half acre, this is a fun tractor. I do recommend it. All right, guys, that's it for now. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.